Happy Friday, sunshines, and welcome back to another virtual story time with Mrs. C. I'm Mrs. C, your favorite virtual story time librarian, here to share another great day of fun reading and learning with you. Have you guys had a great time learning all about Enchanting Ella and the letter E? I'm so glad that you have enjoyed learning about the letter E on this week. What different types of sounds does the letter E make? That's right, the letter E says its own name as an E in the word emergency. What other sound does the letter E make? That's right, it makes the short sound eh. And what other sound does the letter E make? It can become shh, quiet. That's right, boys and girls. Good job. Well, sunshines, we're going to jump right on into today's virtual programming. We're going to jump right into our Move and Groove minute. Are you ready to move and groove? Well, let's move and groove with the Bounce Patrol, and we'll be right back with today's story.
Can you make the letter sounds? We can show you how. What letter shall we learn? Let's find out now. Let's learn about the letter E. This is a capital E. This is a lowercase e. You know how the E looks now. Let's make the letter E sound. Yes! E is for egg. E is for elbow. E is for elephant. E is for elf. E is for emperor. E is for empty. You know some E words now. Let's make the letter E sound. Your turn. E.
Are you ready for story time? You know how we do. Turn on those listening ears and focus, focus. Everybody focus on the story. Are we still? Are we paying attention? Well, let's get ready to read today's story. Today, we are going back to Animal Antics by Epic, and we are going to read the story Eddie Elephant's Exciting Egg Sitting. Try saying that real fast, boys and girls. All right, let's get ready to read. Eddie Elephant loved attending alphabetic school. Math was not easy for Eddie. Reading was not easy either. But Eddie was very good at telling stories. He could tell stories about elephant emperors and elephant explorers. He could tell stories about fearless elephants and enchanted elephants. Everybody in Eddie's class enjoyed his stories. Alpha Betty said that Eddie was a born storyteller. Eddie was also a helpful elephant. After school, he enjoyed helping his neighbors Elmer and Ernestine Emu. Ernestine was an excellent cook. She even starred in her own TV cooking show. Elmer Emu was an expert gardener. He grew veggies for Ernestine's recipes. Eddie Elephant helped pull weeds. He helped Elmer pull weeds. And Elmer sent Eddie home with free veggies every day. One day, Elmer seemed very excited when Eddie arrived. Eddie, look, Elmer exclaimed. He pointed at the emu's nest. Wow, said Eddie. What an enormous green egg. Yes, said Elmer. Ernestine laid it this morning before she went to work. Now it's my job to care for the egg. That's what emu daddies do. I will need your help, Eddie, said Elmer. You can be my egg sitter after school while I tend to the garden. You can help me keep the egg nice and warm, but please sit on it very gently. At first, Eddie Elephant did not like the idea of egg sitting. It did not seem very exciting. He preferred planting seeds or pulling weeds. However, he agreed to help Elmer with the egg. It was not easy being an egg sitter. Eddie was small for an elephant, but he was still an elephant. That's right, Sunshine's elephants are big. He sat this way, he sat that way, he sat every which way. Nothing seemed exactly right. Finally, Eddie decided to wrap his trunk around the egg. Then Eddie relaxed. He began to entertain the egg by telling stories. Eddie told stories about elephant emperors and elephant explorers. He told stories about fearless elephants and enchanted elephants. Eventually, Eddie became an expert egg sitter. One day, after weeks and weeks of egg sitting, Eddie received a big surprise. As he was telling a story, the egg trembled. Then it began to crack. Eddie felt nervous. He even felt a little scared. He was about to call for Elmer when the egg cracked open and a baby emu emerged. Eddie was elated. He gently picked up the baby emu. The baby emu exclaimed, "Daddy?" "No," Eddie said. "I'm your friend Eddie. Here comes your daddy." Elmer eagerly welcomed his new baby emu. "Ernestine will be so pleased," Elmer beamed. "Thank you, Eddie. You are an excellent egg sitter." Now Eddie Elephant speeds home to see the emu family every day after school. Elmer plants seeds and pulls weeds. Ernestine experiments with recipes for her TV show. And Eddie and little Emma Lou Emu entertain them by telling stories. Emma Lou can tell stories about emu empresses and emu explorers. She can tell stories about fearless emus and enchanted emus. Emma Lou is very good at storytelling. Eddie Elephant says Emma Lou is a born storyteller. The end. Sunshines, did you enjoy that story about Eddie Elephant, the excellent egg sitter? What was the problem in the story? That's right. Eddie went to school. He wasn't that great at math, but he was great at telling stories. And he got invited over to be an egg sitter for what kind of animal? The emus. That's right. What was the problem that Eddie faced in the story? That's right. He didn't think he could be a good egg sitter because why? Because he was an elephant, and elephants are very large animals. I think he was afraid that he would break the egg, right? But did he break the egg? No. He ended up wrapping his trunk around the egg, and the egg, it began to hatch. That's right. Do you remember the name of the baby? Emma Lou Emu. That's right, Sunshines. And what did Eddie teach Emma Lou? How to be a great storyteller. Good job, Sunshines. Do you remember anything about the type of stories that Eddie likes to tell? About emperors and explorers and enchanting things. Good job, Sunshines. Do you think that's why Enchanting Ella chose that story today? Yeah, I think so too, because she loves stories about enchanting things. That's right. Good job recalling the story, Sunshines. Sunshines, you guys have done a great job this week learning all about Enchanting Ella and her letter E. Today is her last day with us, but don't worry, she will be back pretty soon, and you'll see her a lot in the upcoming weeks in the stories that we tell, because the letter E is found in a lot of words. That's right, Sunshines. But until next Monday, we are going to introduce a brand new adventure alphabet character. We are going on to the letter. Do you know? The letter F. That's right, Sunshines. We are getting ready to hit the letter F. And we have a brand new character, and they can't wait to come meet you all and introduce their letter to you. So until Monday, keep reading, Sunshines. Keep practicing all of the letters from A through E. And even get ahead of Mrs. C and start practicing on the letter F. And we'll see you Monday morning. See you later, Sunshines. Bye.